Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sport. Thanks again for joining us. It is another big evening we've got ahead of you. I know all know 10 o'clock tonight, we've got Peter Fury. 10 p.m. tonight, Peter Fury. But now we have an up-and-coming boxer. His name is Muheeb Fazeldin. Muheeb, how are we doing?
Hello there, sir. I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good. We had our guest last night, Asghar Tahir. He was giving rave reviews about you. So tell us a little bit about you. Where you from and what's your record and what weight did you fight out?
Well, my name is Muhib, undefeated fighter with the 10-0, and I'm originally from Sheffield, but I'm fighting out of London.
You're from Sheffield. So you're not another one of them, are you? You're not another Naz or a Brock, another superstar?
I don't know about another superstar, but I am a superstar in the making.
All right, so you sound very Naz-like.
I'm not a Naz. I'm not another Naz, and I'm not another Brock, but I'm another me.
That's why I was waiting for you to say something like that, and I'm glad you did say it. I like it. I like it already. We're going to be having some interesting interviews right now. Muheeb, I had the pleasure of talking to Naz up close and personal, and it was one of the greatest experiences I had in my life talking to a living legend. Tell me, what's Naz done for you in terms of what he did as a showman, and now?
To be honest with you, I know Naz on a personal level. Like, I know him, he Saturday give me advice for my title fights and stuff like that. What Naz did for me as a kid was like, he kind of opened doors for us to look into boxing.
Yep.
And what he did recently, like, he's just a great fighter, you know what I mean? Personally, I know him, he's always given me good advice, and I've trained by his brother Ali Hamid, and he's just a great man as well. And I love them, you know. They taught me stuff that I'll never forget, and I'll carry on for the rest of my boxing career.
Okay, so let's get into it. 10-0. Let's go. Let's take a step back before we talk about the pros. Let's talk about the amateurs. What got you into boxing? The floor is yours, my man.
Yeah, well, to start off with what got me into boxing, I was like, funny enough, you said that, cause yesterday I was looking through my school records, and you can tell I was just a naughty kid. Yeah, man, because I was just a hyperactive kid, and I kept on getting in trouble with fighting and just messing about. So I thought I'd hit the boxing gym. Well, in fact, my dad took me to karate lessons and stuff like that, but it didn't work for me. So I hit the boxing gym, and that was Brendan Ingles, and I fell in love with it ever since. And I'm talking about a good 15 years, 14 years. And I fell in love with it, man. Fell in love with it. It was a great experience. And ever since, the rest is just history. Brendan himself, the man, a living legend again. He's taught me a lot in my life. Like, he's laid the foundation for my boxing, even though I don't train there no more. But I just want to say thank you to Brendan and his family for teaching me what they taught me.
What do you think were the key points during the amateur career that was best for you, Muheeb? What was the key points and the key highlights of your amateur career?
My first amateur, well, I started off, to be honest, when I started fighting amateurs, I didn't think I was going to turn pro I didn't think I was going to take amateur too serious. Like, I was just going to, it was just, for me, just to get in there and having a quick rumble, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then I started picking up as my skills started getting better, and I started getting like basically blossoming as a fighter. So, and then after the championships, and my first everything I've won was a Yorkshire title. And that was, I guess, a good kid as well, and that was a great moment for me. And then to go through and win the CYPs, that was great as well. So, and then I went on to win CYPs, juniors, and then I went to win a few things. But like, I was the man at Yorkshire title. I used to win it like 5-6 times, and then carried on CYPs, ABAs, and stuff like that.
So how did you do?
To be honest with you, I could have done more in amateur, but I turned pro because my style wasn't. Style wasn't the right style for amateur.
So what happened with you, the ABAs? Did you fight? How well did you do in the ABAs?
I won juniors once. I've won juniors once, and then by the time I boxed seniors, I've already turned pro by that time.
Right. So
I've turned pro at age of 18,
wow.
19. No, was it 19 or 20? I can't even remember, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, there are some guys that are much more suited to pro game than the amateur game. Some guys who, you know, they box, they take their time, and the amateur game is very quick for them, and they can't really get into it. But when you turn around and you decide, well, I'm going to turn the pro game, some people frown on that. Some people say, oh, well, he didn't do much as an amateur, he's not going to do much as a pro. But that's not actually true, is it?
No, I've achieved something. It's not like I've just went there, boxed and bowled and not won it. I've won titles. I've won CYPs, juniors, ABAs, juniors. I've won that. But to go on, like, I mean, to Olympics level and all that, I didn't bother with that because I knew my style.
Yeah.
I knew, like you said, I'm a more counter-punch type of guy. I'm more of a classy fighter. So that's why I sat down at that time with the Ingles and we said, we'll just go down the pro route. That's what happened.
Was there a certain fight that triggered that decision to turn pro? Was it a loss? Was it a bad decision in the amateurs?
It was a one single fight that triggered it. Where it was in a home show. I boxed and literally the referee won't let me do my thing. Literally every time I try rolling, because I'm a fighter with my hands down, I roll, slip, I'm in and out. Like I'm more of a flashy, flamboyant type of fighter. Unorthodox type of fighter. I'm not by the books. So, and the referee wouldn't let me give me a space, like he was all up on my chest more than my opponent. So therefore I just thought, you know what, I can't be doing this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And for all the discipline I put into boxing and the sacrifice, not me, every fighter. Every fighter
absolutely.
Any guy that enters the ring sacrifices a lot. And for us to get, like, to not be able to do what we do best, it's kind of annoying.
It's what they call long, bro. That's long, bro.
Yeah, long. I'm trying to keep it professionally.
No. Listen. You call it what it is. It was a long thing, and the referee was.
A long thing for real.
Exactly, and the referee was boring you off. I know. Look, amateur boxing. My man, listen, amateur boxing. We know amateur boxing, and you know there's so many good fighters that get either ruined by amateur boxing or get turned off by amateur boxing because the referees are biased or the judging is based on who you know, not what's happening actually in the ring. I've seen guys beating three.
You know, if your face fits, if you're like familiar with them, and you know what's with amateurs, like I know it happens a bit in the pros, but it's not as bad as it is in the amateurs. Like if you find a home show, you're guaranteed to win unless you get knocked out. It's ridiculous, man.
Exactly. And the thing is, if you've spent X amount of weeks dedicating yourself, you're not going out with your mates partying, you're in the gym, you're working hard, you're working with fight, your trainer's pushing you hard, you're doing the hard work, you're coming into the gym when you don't want to come to the gym, you're taking punches when you'd rather be with your bros, and then you get in the ring to do the business and you can't do your business.
And then that's not even that you can't, you're not allowed to do
well, that's it.
You best. Do you know what I mean? It's like your job is to take interviews, and I'm telling you how to take interviews. You know, you got your own way to take interviews. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally know what you say. But I've had a situation when I boxed. I got in the ring and I was boxing a guy, and the referee disqualified me for hitting a guy too hard. You would not believe it, but it's true. It happens.
Well, did you box?
It's true. I box as well. Yeah, I tell you. Listen, two people watched that bout. It was Ian Napper and Gordon Banks, the goalkeeper. And Gordon Banks only got one eye, and he could see the referee was a fraud. So you know how it goes.
Wow. Yeah, man, I understand how feel your pain, man.
No, I feel your pain. You're in it more than I am, but yeah, I felt your pain more. So, boy. So that decision molded you into saying, you know what? This is long, man. I want to turn pro. So
yeah, that's exactly. You know what? You've hit exactly what I said. I said this is long, and it's either pro or I'm calling it a day.
Dave, that's it. So do you know, it's kind of interesting because you've got other fighters this happened to. Michael Conlan has won. You saw Roy Jones Jr. in the Olympics getting robbed in the Olympics. So many situations. You know,
Floyd got robbed. Prince Naz, they didn't want to take him to the Olympics because they started saying, "Oh, he was too young and all this and all that." But it's just all we all know because of the style. I remember Brendan, and again, repeating, a living legend. He used to always tell me when we used to get called for GB camps, he used to be like, "There's no point in going because you're gonna do well, and then they're just not gonna like your style because they don't like Brendan Ingle's style." Do you know what I mean? And that's one style that I've got. It's just the old school switch hitting Brendan Ingle's style.
And I will say this, and I always say it, and I challenge anybody to challenge me on this. Brendan Ingle has produced the most world champions from the UK, the most world champions from his stable. British, Commonwealth, European, world. Brendan Ingle is the man. I know he doesn't train anymore, but he's the man.
He's a living legend.
Absolutely.
He's just a living legend.
Absolutely.
You know what? I appreciate the fact that I'm grateful to say I spent a good 10 years of my life around that man. I've learned a lot. True say, I've made mistakes in life, you know, and you know what? When I think back about the mistakes I've made, Brendan did tell me not to do them things. So he's like, that guy just visions what's gonna happen. So it's just a pleasure. You know, from now on, like, I'm grown now. I've got my own little princess, you know, I'm settling down. I'm a grown man, but I've just got to think. Before I do think, I think what my dad tells me and what Brendan told me. Then go ahead, because these two men never like. It's just they never say anything wrong, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course. When you looked at the gym at the time, I mean, who was at the gym at the time when you were training and as a youngster? Was Brooke around? Was What was?
Yeah, Brooke was man. I think Brooke just won his before even he wins his British outright.
Okay.
Junior Whittle was the world champion.
Ah, wow, yeah, Whitter, of course.
Yeah, Junior Whittle. Do you know what? If you look at my debut, I kind of, because I was a Whitter fan back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what? I still give him his credit. He's a great fighter, but I just don't think he achieved what he should be achieving.
Well, you know,
yeah, man.
The fight,
I like his style.
The fight that we all wanted to see was Whitter versus Hatton. That was the fight, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
I believe Junior Whittle would have beat Hatton.
Maybe that's why the fight never happened.
Yeah, you know, it's because, again, back to boxing, pro boxing, when it's tickets, and Hatton could fill a stadium any time of the day. He was the people's champion.
Of course he was.
And that's why Whittle wasn't a ticket seller. And that's the basic truth of it. That's
it. And possibly Hatton, and Whittle probably would have made Hatton look really bad. We don't want that.
Doesn't very bad.
Yeah, there you go. So
I'm a big Floyd fan, but I think Whittle would have made Hatton look worse than he looked against Floyd.
Wow, that's a big thing to say there. But
I believe that. I literally believe that.
Okay, what's your favorite Naz fight, by the way?
Oh, you know what? I've watched them all, but it has to be. I've got number one is the Kevin Kelly fight, of course, which is everyone's favorite.
Absolutely.
And that Paulie Sanchez, is it when Naz snapped his neck with a
uppercut?
Is it the Paulie? Yeah, the uppercut and the backhand.
That was a vicious fight, you know.
Yeah, but believe it or not, that's coming out of the horse's mouth. That's what killed that fight as well.
Wow.
But to be honest with you, Paulie was getting. I'm a big Naz fan, but Paulie was getting a bit better of Naz.
Yeah, Augie Sanchez you're talking about. Yeah, of course. Here's a fight that I always remember when I think about Naz. It might not have been his biggest fight, but it certainly was in terms of entertainment. The one where he's dancing in the ring and hits the guy with about 7 jabs, and the guy throws a right hand, and just Naz, and he smiles at him. He goes, "Ah!" That is probably. That fight there, when I think about Naz, that's the fight there that I picture Naz just blows every other British fight away. Go ahead.
Do you know which other fight as well that not a lot of people, him and Steve Robinson. Is that his name?
That was my old trainer. Steve Robinson's trainer was my old trainer.
Exactly, there you go. So you've been around the best, and I think you know which fight I'm on about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that fight. I think he was a tough champion, but Naz made him look average.
He did.
Made him look average.
He did.
It was like number 1 versus number 10.
Yeah.
Number 1 versus number 2.
Well, Naz moved up in weight.
Yeah, he was super bad.
Yep, moved up to featherweight.
Campaigning that, and then moved up to feather.
Yeah, and then people were saying, "Oh, Robinson's too big and too strong," and Naz just played with him.
Listen, and that's talking from experience. Size ain't an issue. Weight ain't an issue. Like, I've boxed my hardest fight to date. I boxed loads of undefeated fighters, but the fight that I'll always carry with me was against Bryson Brown. He come like stone or two heavier than me.
Yep.
And I could feel the power. But you know what? When you switch it on, when you need something, you're winning regardless.
Okay. So let's talk.
I beat him, but it was a tough fight.
Okay, so let's talk about now. You've turned pro. You turned pro with the Ingles, correct?
Yeah, started off with Vernon Ingles Jr. Ingle camp.
And who was promoting you and managing you at the time?
It was like how Ingles do at that time, managed by the Ingles and promoted probably by them.
Okay.
And then towards the end of before I left, I did 2 fights with Mick Hennessy, Channel 5 Live.
Yep. And
then that went good, and then I've left after my second fight. I've left Ingles after I boxed Leo the second time when I boxed him on Channel 5. Yeah, it was live on Channel 5. And I stopped him in the first round, and then I've just left.
So tell us, so you've moved from, so you were at the Ingles, then you did some stuff with the Hennessy. What was the reasons behind that?
I didn't stop with Hennessy. They did put a deal with Hennessy during Ingles.
Yes.
Ingles fights usually box on Hennessy shows a lot.
Right.
Because they had Junior Witter, they had Kid Gallad was with Hennessy at that time.
Yep.
And they had a few people with Hennessy. So it was like they were closer to Hennessy. The majority of the fights would fight on that platform.
Okay.
So when I left them, I just left and then I didn't box on Hennessy shows after that.
But so then what happened then with you?
Then I've had a hand injury and I've joined in with Ali Hamid and the Hamid family.
Okay.
Everything was perfect there, man. I've won my first title with Ali.
Yep.
My Central Area title. 10 round. I finished it in 1 round, and it was a fight that everyone was talking about. Even people in America. Even I had a retweet from Mike Tyson and a message from Mike Tyson about the fight. It's a great fight, man. Hats off to Ali. He taught me a lot of things. And as his advice, Ali, and it was just a great fight. You know, great support.
So who's the guy that you beat? What was the name of the opponent so people can look that up on YouTube as well?
Jose Energy. He was an undefeated fighter, 5-0, and I was undefeated at that time as well, 4-0, 5-0, I think.
Okay.
Early. It was an early fight for me and him, to be honest. But you know, because we're fighters at that time, we was both with Dennis Hobson, and it was easy to make. And I'm not going to say no to a title, and I'm sure he wasn't. Well, I think he had a different picture of what was going to happen. Okay.
So talk to us about your involvement with Dennis Hobson. You've talked about with what's his name? You've talked about the Ingles. So let's talk about your involvement with Dennis Hobson.
Yeah, I stayed 3 years with Dennis. No, 2 years. Sorry, 2 years with Dennis. I've had 3 or 4 fights with Dennis. He's just a good man, Dennis, man. He's just a good man, good raving man. But I think he's got a lot on his plate. He's got too much fighters.
Yep.
And bless him, of course, at promoters at his level, and to bring on young talent, like, because they expect us to sell a lot of tickets, and if we don't sell them, we don't go on. And all. It was getting hard for me, and it wasn't good for my career.
Right.
So I just had to call it a day, but no hard feeling. Me and Dennis, it wasn't a manager promoter thing. It was just, and I talked to him on a personal level. He talked to me on a personal level. He's a good guy. He's a person that you need in boxing to help the up-and-coming fighters. Okay.
Well, while you're on the subject of selling tickets, there was a gentleman, I'm sure you know of the name of I've got the guy's name just in my head. Prince Patel.
Oh yeah.
Well, he went about selling tickets in his way, and some of it was okay. Then he went on Box Nation and he made some statements about Barry Jones, again a gym mate of my own, and those statements.
I was watching the interview with Bonds, that Bonds here,
yes.
Box Nation.
What were your thoughts on that?
Me, I'm a straight up guy, man, and seeing as you speak my lingo. The guy is a fool. The guy is a clown. He's a fool, man. He's got, you know, there's a certain extent, you know, boxing.
Yes.
You got people don't know how to turn it up and down. And I'm blessed with that. I can turn it up and down. I can be very rude when I have to be, and I can be very polite when I have to be. But you don't be rude to legends and to people that paved the path before us for us to do what we're doing now. Any guy, even if he is a world champion or a Central Area champion or a Lord champion, even if he's a journeyman, he's older than me, he's done what I am doing now, I'm going to salute him and say thank you for paving the path for me and other young fighters.
So
You know what I mean?
So what do you think?
That's the respect right there.
What?
We're not going to disrespect all the people. You know, the guy, as me, as Prince Patel, as a lot of people, we train hard, we dedicate our life. That's what Barry Jones did, dedicated his life and achieved what he has achieved. Who are you to call him a bum? If anything, you're the bum.
What do you think inspired him to say those things?
I'll tell you what's inspired him. He just wanted to become somebody that he's not. Everyone. You know, after Floyd, I think Floyd's done a lot for boxing, but he's screwed up a lot of things. Like people, Floyd is clever. These people that's trying to copy Floyd are not clever. They're trying to do the trash talking, but they're pushing, like, they're doing a lot of it. He's trying to become a big name through trash talking, which kind of helped him with that I Film London about that.
Yeah.
Stupid when he says 9-inch bullshit and all that. I don't know, man. That helped him, got him with Frank. But and then I don't know, man. I heard a lot of things about this kid. But I don't know, man. I just don't agree with disrespecting other people that, if someone you're not fighting, why are you disrespecting it?
Yeah,
Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I think at one point.
If I'm not fighting you, why am I going to disrespect you? If I like your style, I like it. If I don't like your style, sorry, man, I just don't like your style. I don't need to call you like you're a clown or something. You know what I mean?
But the thing was, he was getting he was being recognized, even if people hadn't seen the foot. Chocolito even knew who he was. Chocolito knew who he was.
He was getting recognized for the wrong reasons. Do you know what I mean? We were getting recognized for the wrong reasons. But you see what happened when he got he meant to have lost to that journeyman, but thanks to his management team, they pulled, you know what I mean, got him the right fight at the right time. He got a draw. But he was meant to look ahead, he got dropped and everything.
Oh dear.
The whole world was looking at, not the whole world, but majority of people that know Frank, shout out to I Film London as well. I love them people. You know what I mean? They bring every boxer up. You know, shout out to them if they're listening. Shout out to I Film London. They kind of made it, so everyone's looking into him, and people didn't take a draw like they should have took it, and it just people. You know when you're like that, when you're outspoken in the wrong way, you're hurting a lot of people's feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get it wrong. I am not here to play the good guy in boxing. I'm the villain in boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I play the villain role, but I know how to play the villain role. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I am
absolutely.
I am flashy. I am that person that's gonna stand in my opponent's face and tell him about himself. But I know how to play it.
You know, I'm talking to you, and I'm remembering when I spoke to Naz, and it's like, if I didn't know I was talking to Muhib, I think I was talking to Naz all over again. You spent too much time around Naz.
It's just we're both confident, you know.
You spent too much time. It's not a bad thing, but you spent too much time around Naz. You actually sound like him. But you know, that's a good thing.
I don't even spend time with him. It's just a natural thing.
But that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because if that's rubbed off, a lot of his skills and a lot of the way he thinks would have had a positive effect on you as well.
To be honest with you, his skills, like you said, his skills.
Absolutely.
That's Prince Naz. I would never do something like Prince Naz did, because guess what? It was so unorthodox, just you can't copy his style.
Yeah.
Me, what I'm a type of fighter is, I look at Prince Naz, and I look at Sweet Pea, and then I look at Floyd, and I look at Roy Jones, and I look at people like that. I try mixing it all up and making something new. And you know, with time, you're gonna see something very new from me.
I watched a video of you, right? And I see you doing some stuff with some man. I see you putting one hand out, switching from Southpaw to Orthodox. You were bewildering the guy. And I was thinking to myself, boy, this man's got some moves on him.
You know what, boss? You've seen that was a debut.
I was watching them moves, boss, thinking, boy, we have something nice coming up.
I'm glad you like it, so stay tuned.
I like what I'm seeing.
October, I'm about to tear the city up, man.
I'm talking to a real bad man.
You're talking to a professional athlete.
That don't mean you're not a bad man, now, does it?
I'm a good guy, man.
All right. Let's talk more. Let's talk about. I mean, what's your plans? What's your plans? When's your next fight? What's your plans?
I'm fighting. Well, let me get this straight. Let me send the foundation out now. So I'm with Mervyn Taylor as my manager.
Okay.
and I couldn't ask for a better manager, to be honest. I'm blessed from up above. God has blessed me.
Right.
I've got Asger, Ramsey as part of the team,
Wow.
and with the new coach, Brian.
Okay.
Brian is an amazing man. You know, he reminds me so much of Ali and Ali Hamid and Brendan Ingle at once.
Wow.
He's just such a down-to-earth coach, wise, and his IQ is just, boxing IQ is mad. So we've got a perfect team around me, all positivity. I'm just a happy, settled down family man now. I'm not doing what I used to do, and I'm not following I'm not doing boxing for the wrong reasons. I'm doing boxing to provide for my family and to give my family a better life. So I'm more hungry now. I've got my little baby. I'm even more hungry. And the team around me, man, it's unbelievable. The team around me is unbelievable. They're not doing it for the money. They're not doing it for anything. They're just doing it for the love. And I'm going to pay them back by bringing a world title to them. And I promise.
You've got a great team there. You've got Asgar and you've got Ramsey there. Two guys who've been part of Team Fury. Two guys who've been part of Ram Peter Fury.
Yeah, of course. Do you know what? I'm not even going to say they're part of the team because they've always been there. Do you know, even before I turned pro?
Yeah.
Before my pro debut, these two uncles, like I call them uncle, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah. They just showed me love and took me as their own. Always there for me. Always helping me. But do you know what? They're there now. They're always going to be there. And it's great, man. Now throwing back to my main trainer.
Yep.
Brian, he's amazing, man. He's just amazing, and I can't wait to show what he's taught me, man.
Okay, so that's your team. You talked about being settled. Now I'm going to jump off that point to come to another point, and I'm going to mention the name Amir Khan. Probably one of the most unsettled guys in world boxing, and a shame because he's got so much talent. Go ahead.
For real, man.
What do you think from a community perspective? What do you think the view of Amir Khan is at the moment? Is his wife, the Skype thing, the career, what's going on with him at the moment?
Do you really want to ask me that question?
Yeah, I do. That's why I asked you it.
I want to be honest, man. I want to be honest.
Be honest.
I'm going to start. I like Amir Khan.
I love him too.
He's done a lot for himself.
Yeah.
He's done a lot for his family. And, you know, any man places that would love, shout him out. And, what can I say, man? He's done a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he hit rock bottom for his own mistakes. Is, first of all, regardless anything, whether you're from this type of community or that type of community, be a man and don't put your family affairs online. Mm-hmm. Am I right or wrong? Would you put your family issues? I won't personally.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Where we come from, like, I think I'm talking to a similar guy like me.
Yeah.
Like, where we come from is like
behind closed doors.
No, like, keep your family stuff to you, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Straight up behind closed doors.
Yeah, like I'm not out here trying to be, oh, my family did this or, and then the guy made his mom and dad cry on internet, on TV, and then you take it back to his missus about the Anthony Joshua situation. Oh. It's like ridiculous. Come on.
Okay.
It's not cool at all.
Let's talk about this Anthony Joshua situation. Just in terms of how it's all come out. If it had happened, and you wouldn't have been in a situation like that, but had you been in a situation like that, how'd you deal with it?
Man, to be honest with you, personally, I don't know what to say, man, but put it this way, Anthony Joshua could probably get any majority of the girls any girl he wants, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But why would he go for Amir Khan's wife? She ain't even all that, man. Saying truth, she ain't even all that. She's not on levels for Anthony Joshua.
It's levels, and
me, she's not on levels.
But this is the thing. That's why, I mean, like even Dillian White said, there's so many women in the world. Why would Joshua go with her?
No, Joshua didn't go. Listen, people are forgetting Joshua is practically the face of boxing at the moment. He's not, even if he wanted, his PA, his people around him won't allow him to do such a thing. So that Joshua was just, I think Amir Khan just wanted attention because they were craving attention, really.
What do you think the situation was between him and Kell Brook?
Oh, it's a way back thing. I think, I'm sure Kel was telling me, from amateur days, Amir Khan says he's cool Kel in sparring. Kel says he's cool him in sparring. Now we all know, you box yourself, everyone's sparring, you know what I mean? Everyone did some sparring, and everyone, you know, sparring is not there. You're not there to beat anyone up. Do you know what I mean?
You're there to learn.
You're not there to beat anyone up, or exactly, we're learning.
Now,
someone must, you know, after the bell when you hit the last shot and you think you won the round, they're like childish, they both were teens, and they just carried it on. But I think it's a shame the fight ain't happening, or it's not gonna happen. Last time I've checked, Khan was saying, "Oh, for Kel to fight me, you need to get rid of Eddie Hearn," which it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I believe personally, Kel will demolish Khan.
The fight between Khan and Canelo, there were a lot of people saying, "Oh, he's got lots of speed. We got lots of speed." And I said, you know what? As soon as Canelo finds a space, one right hand, fight's over. What were your thoughts about Khan going into the fight and the result?
It depends which way you look at boxing. If you look at boxing as a business, it was a good fight.
Yes.
If you look at boxing as a career, it was a stupid fight.
There you go.
But I'm sure Khan looked at it as a business, which is a win-win situation. But I don't think Amir Khan thought he would get hit like that. Do you know what I mean? Because that slept him. But fair dues, Amir Khan stepped up to the. I believe the first few rounds he handled business. Do you know what I mean?
But you think that was just?
You're talking about Canelo is a different animal.
Yeah.
Canelo is just a powerhouse, isn't he?
Okay, I'm gonna switch back to something you said, which was about sparring. This is another thing we spoke to Abel Sanchez. I think it was yesterday we spoke to Abel. I think it's yesterday we spoke to Abel Sanchez, and Abel was talking about Gennady Golovkin, and he was talking about George Groves sparring with Gennady Golovkin, and he said the first round Groves was just, you know, they're having a bit of a move round, and as you know, sparring is about what you can learn off one another. Well, Groves decided to step it up and put a bit of power in his shots, and Abel had given him a rib protector, and then Golovkin, he refused a rib protector, and Golovkin basically went about and hit him with a rib and broke his rib.
Yeah.
That's a sparring session, and that's a sparring session that was meant to be light. Groves got out of hand, and Golovkin checked him with a left hook to the body.
Yeah, that's a man. You're a man end of the day. If someone's gonna hit you, you gotta tell them, like, listen, whoa, pipe down. You gotta basically, you can't stop sparring and say pipe down. The way you say pipe down is by giving him a dig. You know what I mean? So, like, I've got sparring, my trainer tells me to ease off.
Yeah.
But if I see someone stepping up, then boom, the backhand come, and then sometimes it's curtain, sometimes it's lights out, and sometimes you see the sparring going back to how it started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's when you drop the right hand on the person or to you the left hand, and you see a little blink in the eyes. It's like a reset button.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, some people you're sparring with them. Let me tell you again, box is all about levels, yeah?
Yes, it is.
And some people where you know you're a level above,
yeah,
but you kind of you're there, you're trying to learn, because where it is inspiring, you learn from everyone.
Yeah.
If I spar a 2-year-old kid, I'm gonna learn from him. Like, I'm gonna learn from a world champion.
Of course.
So I sparred all majority of levels. So I'm always learning. I tend to learn from everyone. And sometimes when you think you're learning and you're not as sharp, you're not as on your game as you would be against a higher opposition, they think, oh yeah, I've got him there. Do you know what I mean? They claim fame.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they try up, and then they forget there's a level below and you can catch the openings before they close them.
Yeah.
And then that's when it's curtains.
Somebody says, Mr. 011 says, you're wrong. Groves was first day training, sparring, and Gigi was in camp for a few weeks out of fighting. Gigi was out of shape also and struggling under attitude. He was bound to get battered. Well, this is what Abel Sanchez told me. I wasn't there. Abel Sanchez told me the story. So please don't try and
back to
011.
Is that his number? 011.
No, that's he's up on he's a chat he's having at the moment.
Okay, Mr. 011. I have not commented about that. See, or you have somebody told you, me and you, I wasn't there at the moment, so we're just going off what's being told to us. So therefore, no comments or anything.
Right, at this point in time, we've got about 15 to 20 minutes. Ask Muhib. Get your questions into Muhib. Let's fire those questions off. Don't leave me to ask him all the questions, because me and him are going to chat all night long, and Paul Peter Fury is going to get left out.
Come on, my people. Come on. 7th of October is the fight day. You want to ask me what round am I knocking him in? Come on.
He says the George Groves interviews on IFL TV. Well, this is what Abel Sanchez said. So you either listen to what George Groves has got to say, or you listen to what Abel Sanchez has got to say. Your choice. Anyway, so ask Muhib. That's what it's about. Right, the next question is, we're not talking about George Groves, we're talking about Muhib. He's the man, the flashy Faz. That's who we've got on the channel. Let's keep it there. So, it's ask Muhib his thoughts on Tyon Booth. What's your thoughts on Tyon Booth?
You know what's funny? Because he used to be a gym mate with me, Tyon.
Okay.
I've trained with him a long time. I think he's one of the realest people you can come across.
Right.
People think, oh, he's weird or something. He just speaks his mind.
Right.
He's a good, funny guy, and he's honest in heart, man. You know, when you find someone, he's honest in heart. He says what's in his heart, which is, I rate that. Okay.
Ashif, Akhtar says, Khan too good for Shattered Eye Socket Brook.
Tell him, my mate, Khan's got no chin, and Kell Brook has got no eye socket, so that'll be a fight to watch.
What do you think of when you're watching fights on TV, particularly on Sky Sports and the commentary? What are your thoughts of when you're watching boxing? What do you do when you watch boxing and listen to the commentary?
To be honest, if it's a good fight, I pause it, me. Because sometimes commentary decides to go with the whole fight up. Like, even if he misses the shot, oh my God, what a shot! Oh my God, this. Sometimes you don't even land, you know what I mean? So, I just tend to pause it.
Khan has more heart than Brook, says SGS Fight Club.
SGS Fight Club. Boy, every human's got the same heart, so
I don't know what heart you're on about. Okay. M-Star011 says, actually, the eye socket gets titanium. It's actually stronger, so it may not be an issue for Brook.
He's a great man. I think he can repair an eye socket, but I didn't want to say that. But shout out to you, my man. Appreciate that.
Lewis Jones says, what round you doing the business 30th of September, Flashy Flash?
30th got moved to 7th, my man. And what round? I'm aiming for round 2. What round do you think you want me to do it? And we'll take that in consideration.
Okay. This is the Flashy Faz interview. Please, let's focus on that. Thank you. You say your fight's on September the 30th. Where can people see you fight, by the way?
No, 7th of October has got moved on to 7th of October.
7th. So we've got more time to promote it. So where is this fight then?
It's going to be in Manchester, boss. I'm just going to find out everything for you now. It's going to be in Manchester, 7th of October, Barrow Centre.
The Barrow Centre. Okay. Asgar says there's big middleweight sparring against Flash, and I'm watching Flash smash them to bits.
Oh, no comment, man. I don't comment about my sparring, but you know, I spar heavier people and I handle my business. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. When I won't let you down, I win a world title and you'll see. Appreciate that.
SGS Fight Club says Khan would never quit like Brook. Brook went on one knee and proposed to Errol Spence like the homosexual he is.
Guess what, though? Khan doesn't have time to quit. Khan goes to sleep.
So he says Khan goes to sleep. So, yeah. Who are you fighting? Says Kashif.
To be honest with you, we had a name, but pulled that, you know, at this level, you know, when it's not a title fight, opponents get pulled out, but we'll find out real soon because the date got changed, so opponents will be changed as well.
Gogugra, I've never got the name right, but my apologies anyway. He says, only 3 KOs. Faz doesn't have the Nas power.
Say that again?
Faz doesn't have the Nas power. He's only got 3 KOs.
Yeah, that's 3 KOs. You know what? At my weight, I believe I got power. My team believes we got power. But I've not boxed journeymans. I've not had that easy fight to box journeymans. I've boxed decent opponents. I went to America. I boxed at Detroit. From where I come from Sheffield, from the ghetto, to go to America, win 2 titles. I'm ready for retirement, to be honest with you. I've achieved a lot, but more podcasts to come. But guess what? I'm still going in the ring and performing and getting the W. So I'm all good.
SGS Fight Club says Khan's only been to sleep once. The other times he was stopped on his feet.
Well, do you know what? Like, these guys, they bring in Khan, Kel. We need the fight to happen for us to see what's going to happen. Khan has done a lot. I've achieved a lot. Kel done a lot, achieved a lot. Bear in mind, Kel's a guy from Sheffield. Khan is a kid from Bolton. You know, areas like this, you're set to fail. So, but these guys come rise on top. So shout out to them. Let's give them respect. Let's not talk about, oh, who's going to do this, who's going to do that, because the fight has not happened yet. It's not even sanctioned. When the fight happens, when the bookies put the money on, then we can all place bets. Right by now, with no need to talk for free.
Okay, Fahd Jawad. Good evening, Fahd. He says, I'll answer that. He's fought tough opponents and no journeyman. And M-Star011 says, have you ever been asked to spar in Sheffield with Ingle Gym?
Have I ever been asked to spar?
Yes.
I've never been asked to spar after I've left gym. I used to spar there before I left, but never been asked to spar again before I left.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Golovkin and Canelo?
Oh, that's a great fight, man. Great fight, best fight, the best of that weight. But I'm edging. I don't know. It depends, you know. Canelo, Golovkin can take a shot.
Yeah.
We've seen that with Kel, because Kel got power when he lifted Canelo off his feet. We've seen that with Canelo.
Golovkin, yeah.
Sorry, Triple G.
Yeah.
With Canelo, we're not seeing him taking shots, but he's a skillful fighter. But Triple G would probably take his shots and then give his. But that's when we'll see what happens to Golovkin then. So it's just a proper 50-50 down the pipeline.
Who is Faz with? Will he be on TV soon?
Yep. I'm with Mervynton as a management team, and before you know, we will be on TV. We're knocking on the doors. We've been on Channel 5 before, been on Channel 5 Live, and now, because bear in mind, I've took a year off. Sorry, I didn't even mention that. After my fight in America, it's been a year since winning my Central American International title. I boxed the guy that boxed Mikey Garcia again, who's beat Adrian Broner. That's not a bump. I boxed him and I took a year off now, so I'm back again. I'm back where I'm comfortable at. You know, I'm with a good team, and we're just gonna go for everything. Trust me. Super bantamweight. I'm coming for what's mine. And whoever's here, supporting or hating or anything, I love you all, and I will bring the world title. We're gonna be back on this channel before every fight and everything. And trust me, it's just I don't know, man. I don't know how to put it, but I'm gonna change the game. I'm gonna change boxing. I'm gonna change boxing in England.
Does Prince Patel still train with Mervyn Turner?
Nah.
Okay.
Prince Patel was gonna start. Was gonna come. I don't know. I don't know what gym he was gonna start. But I'm sure he was meant to fight another good Sonny Edwards.
Okay.
But I don't
yes.
know what happened to that fight.
So, in terms of what are your thoughts on Kid Galahad?
I think it's good. I think he's a good fighter. Very fit fighter, Kid Galahad. He's a good friend of mine. I wish him nothing but the best. And I know he'll get his opportunity soon to fight for the world title. I can't wait for that.
So, in terms of your weight division, who are the guys at the British level that you're looking at and thinking, yeah, I'd like to fight him?
Shit, man. To be honest with you, I'm not even looking at these guys. But if the opportunity presents itself, we'll fight anyone. The guy I'm looking at is Regan Dow. I want to get back in fighting ways. I want to get active again. Me and Mervyn sat down and the team. We just want to get active, win a few titles, get myself in a position where I can demand that fight, and then I'm going to go for Regan Dow.
It is asked Muhib his opinion on Hamza Shiraz, who he sparred recently.
He's a very good kid, man. He's fighting on 16th of September.
Yep.
And I forgot the Copper Box Arena.
Okay.
We've got another guy from our gym as well. Umar Sadiq, he's fighting on that show, so I'm definitely going to be there shouting him on. And I know I don't even need to say good luck. He's going to do the business. He's short, very short kid.
Okay.
Good kid, good family, down to earth, and wishing nothing but the best.
Sheffield fight that's coming up October 13th. Dennis Hobson show. It's got Sam Sheedy against Liam Cameron. Do you know anything about those two guys?
Yeah, I know Liam very well, and I know Sam Sheedy very, very well. I know both of them, both good guys, decent guys, man, lovely kids. It's a good fight, man. This fight is good for boxing, good for Sheffield. You know, we've had enough of like people being 20 and not fighting bombs. It's a good fight for both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sam Sheedy won the Commonwealth title. Liam Cameron lost out in Australia or somewhere like this. Now it's time for him to get what he's been a great amateur, and it's a good fight, man. It's a very, very good fight.
Who are you leaning towards?
You know, to be honest, I'll probably be there to watch it live. I'm not gonna miss a fight.
Well, if you're gonna be there live, then you might see me too.
Oh, you're gonna be there? Are you gonna be there?
Probably.
I definitely need to get a picture with the main man then.
Okay, that sounds my kind of thing. What about would love to see Muhib fight racist prick Jazz Dickinson.
See what kid guy did to him?
I saw a Rickendale did to him, yeah.
Have you seen what kid guy Rickendale did to him?
Yeah, I did see it.
Boy, I'll just finish him off, man. Come on. I think he's gone to America to do his training, but he's lost his British title to I think Martin Wood.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if we're going down the British title route, we're looking for him. And the mind's right, and Jazza puts himself in a position where I need to fight him, or he's got anything that I like, then I'd go take it off him straight away. Okay.
So yeah, fair enough. That sounds good. What would be your? I know you talked about Riggindale. Where would you like to? I know before I ask that question, the Broner thing. I heard that you were looking to do sparring with Adrian Broner.
No, I was when I went to America. I went to Ohio, where Broner's from.
Yes.
And I sparred with a few people there, like very good, talented fighters. And at that time, Broner usually comes to the gym, but he was locked up. But if he would have come to the gym, I would have asked to spar him, man. Because I'm a fan of Broner, I like him, but I think it'd be a good spar.
What do you think? Thoughts on Tank Davis?
Tank Davis? Which Davis? O'Hara Davis or
Tank Davis, the guy that met Javante, yes.
I like him. Yeah, I think he's a good boxer. You know, see, let me say something, and I hope everyone's listening to this. Boxing, as a fighter, you're always gonna get them idiots that don't know nothing about boxing, and I'm passionate about what I'm saying because I know loads of clowns out there that talk too much rubbish. You know what I mean? They would never put a glove in their life that'll talk shit. Javante missed weight. So what? Is it the end of the world? The guy can move up a division, fight for another world title. He's doing well. He's an undefeated fighter. He laced up the gloves, come from nothing, and living life. Shout out to him. Shout out to every fighter that's come from nothing and doing well. You know what I mean? Okay. These guys don't know because they never come from nothing. They never had it hard. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not that guy to tell people like I told you from the beginning. I'm not going to tell my personal thing. But boxers come from a dark side. And it's not a nice side. And you know, when they get the light, they wanna live comfortable. They wanna show off. So what? The guy earned it. So if you wanna talk, go earn your respect. Beautifully said. Okay.
We're gonna have to come to the end of the interview because I've got Peter Fury coming up next. Finally, Muhib, do you have a message to the people that are listening, your fans, and how people can follow you on Twitter?
One main thing is I don't call them fans, I call them my people, because
okay.
Who am I to call someone my fan? They're my people, they're supporting me, I'm supporting them, we're all one, we're all humans and nothing but love to them. What I want to tell all my people is I'm fighting 7th of October. Tune in, follow me on Twitter as Muhib Faz, Instagram Muheeb Fazeldin, and just get behind me, man. I promise you it's going to be a great journey. We're just going to do loads of unbelievable stuff. We're winning a world title. And it's just the journey's bright. I'm training very hard. I'm dedicating myself to my craft. And I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for everyone. Every kid that struggled to pay for the bus, struggled to buy gloves, struggled to go gym. I'm doing it for y'all. And hit me up if you need to ask anything or interested in anything. Come on, let's do it for the people. Let's do it for the less fortunate.
I'm going to ask you one final question, almost a favour. Would you send us some footage of you training and some footage of you so we can put it on our channel so people can get to know a bit more about you? Because we've got the interview now.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna send you some on WhatsApp, some training videos. So I call it me and my trainer Brian call it the Matrix.
Yes.
And you'll see what I mean by Matrix. Yeah, reply to me when you see the video.
Sounds fantastic.
Some footage.
Sounds fantastic.
Some stuff.
I will share it to our
I'm
fans.
keep you up to date throughout the camp anyway.
Please do. Please do. Muhib, Flashy Faz, Fazeldin, thank you so much for talking to BWTM Sports.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone listening in, and thank you for your time out. You know, I know it's late, everyone will be sitting with their family, but thank you for everyone that's listened in. Thank you for yourself for having me on your channel. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. And thank you to Uncle Azgi, Uncle Ramsey, Mervin, and the main trainer, Brian, and Coolbox Gym, man. It's a great gym. Thank you to everyone that's been beside me, you know, when I thought to give up, to be honest with you, but do you know what? I'm back alive again. I'm back in love with the game. And just follow me on Twitter, Muhib Faz, Facebook, Muhib Fazeldin, Instagram, Muhib Fazeldin, and just keep up to date, man. It's a great journey. I promise you. I promise you guys. It's a great journey, and we're not trying to be Naz. We're not trying to be no one. We're trying to be us. And Naz won one world title, and we're gonna win it at different weight divisions, man. It's booming at the moment, and we're gonna bring it back.
Faz, thank you for keeping 100%.
I appreciate you, my man. Thank you very, very much. I'll see you soon.
Take care, champ.
Take care. You too. Bye-bye.
So there you have it. Boxer Muhib, Flashy Faz, Fazeldin on the show. All right, we're going to take a short break and then join us at 10 p.m. where we talk to Peter Fury. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care.